Hey guys, my name is Cal, welcome back to the video, and today we have more of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare beta on the PC, and the focus of this video is going to be the new Ground War mode, which is very different from other Ground War modes in Call of Duty. Obviously we already have the 10v10 player, I didn't mean to do that. We have the 10v10 or the 20 player mode in quick play here. So that used to be the old Ground War, I believe, or it was something like 12v12, something close to that. But now we have a 32 versus 32 player game mode, and it is hectic. It's just a lot. That's what it is. And really fun. And I'm going to be talking about more throughout this video and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get to playing. Alrighty, here we go. Playing as the Allegiance. Going to be spawning here again. I don't think I've spawned on the other side of the map yet. There's a guy just T-posing there, which, yeah, that's always fun. You right there? Okay. Let's get into this. Ooh, I haven't actually been in the gunner seat of this APC yet. Alrighty, so as you can see at the top, we have 5 points. We have Echo, Delta, Charlie, Bravo, and Alpha. And there are, I'm pretty sure, so obviously Alpha is over there, Echo's where we were, and then Delta and Bravo are sort of like very close to the middle, but whoever controls Echo will probably control Delta, and Alpha Bravo, sort of thing. But that's not always the case, because they're so close to the middle, they sort of become the C point part 2 sort of thing. So we obviously have a spawn-in, and there's squads as well. I'm pretty sure it's 4 players to a squad, and you can spawn on your teammates, or your squad mates, sorry. Or you can spawn on any site you have control over. If that site is currently under fire or being captured by the enemy, you won't be able to spawn there. Now, the first couple times I sat down to play this, I sort of didn't really know what to do. You know, I was running around trying to kill people, but it was just very hectic, and I wasn't really doing too well. But then, after the first couple games, I sort of realized, well, I should start pushing more, and once I did that, I was doing better. So in this game mode, you might think that the best option is just sit somewhere and watch an angle, but really what you should do is you should find an area and just run in between. So currently I'm on the B buildings here, and I'm just running all between them, you know, seeing where people are, trying to get a few kills here and there. But this game is not really about kills, it's more about getting onto those sites, capturing those sites, and winning the game, which is a very different thing for me, especially because I play TDM a lot, and I don't really play objective game modes. So for me, it's a bit different, but it is really fun. Now, obviously, the map is giant, and because of that, mini-map is zoomed out quite a lot, and you may think there's a building like over there. Oh, there's an enemy over that building. I'll just run over there. It will take you like 30 seconds to get over there. It's a really long distance, and you just don't realize it because the mini-map is zoomed out so far. Another thing about the mini-map is that it is sort of back to normal. As you can see, if you look at it closely, every like 3 seconds there'll be a pulse coming out of your character's triangle on the map, revealing a load of people around. And I believe Ghost is still active, so it sort of just acts like a pinging UAV type thing, but only for you, and the personal radars obviously still a bit better because it's only in this game mode that this is a thing at the moment. But yeah, it is very helpful, especially on this massive map, to be able to at least see a few enemies and get an idea of where people are. So obviously the standard UAV is still better. It's called one. Now, as I've said, this game mode isn't really about kills or streaks or anything. So don't come into this game mode expecting to do quote unquote well or have a good KD, because you most likely won't. I've gone positive in a couple of games, got a few streaks in a couple of games, and you know, it feels funner and better, but it is mainly a team game. You know, you play this to help your team out. Now, as you can see there's a guy over there, and I can see him, and obviously the red dots are clearly not to scale on that minimap. If they were, they would be really small and very hard to see, most likely. But you've just gotta keep remembering that the minimap is zoomed out quite a lot compared to everything, so you can just see more stuff. Because currently I can see B, C, and D, and that is a very wide field of view to be able to see in this minimap. I like this game mode map especially lends itself to a very varied array of playstyles. You know, I've seen many people just sat at the side of the map on that cliff over there sniping the whole game. I've seen many people running around with SMGs and just completely destroying people in close quarters. And I think that's what makes this game mode so awesome, is you can play how you want to play and you'll still have fun. It's not like all the other maps where it sort of forces you to play with SMGs or fast fire rate guns and stuff. I did not expect to go on a 9 kill streak there. I think it was a 9 kill streak. Or it's an 8 kill streak, sorry. 8 kill streak for the VTOL. Oh, I didn't mean to call it in. Ah, too many VTOL jets. Yike. That just shows you how hectic this game mode is. There's too many VTOL jets in the area, so I can't call mine in. That's just crazy. Now, as you've probably been able to see, there are very many floors to each building, and Infinity Ward's way of solving this is to have the red dot with a line either above or below it, but I think they should do sort of a double line system, just to make it a little bit more clear as to where they are, because I might be on the bottom floor, there'll be a guy, alright, he's up, but where up? You know? He might be on the 3rd floor, he might be on the 2nd floor, I don't know. So I think that needs to be added in, just a... You can also do a lot of jumping around and jumping out of windows into windows from that same jump, and it is really cool. And adds a whole new layer of just jumping out of a window. They currently also have night vision goggle mode available, which I think is a great game mode, especially if you like very slower paced, sort of more tactical feel, which this game does allow. So you've got this massive, you know, 64 player hectic just gunfights going on all the time, and then it's all the way down to you're wearing night vision goggles, you gotta take over this headquarters sort of thing. It's a really diverse game, and it allows you to play what you want, when you want, how you want, where you want. It's really, really fun. Making comparisons to Battlefield, and to be honest, it is very Battlefield-esque. There are vehicles, helicopters, but whereas Battlefield has massive maps where, you know, it is literally just like a city in a map, this is more of, it's a bit calmer, I would say. A little, well, not calmer, but more closed in. It's got that Call of Duty feel with the Battlefield size, if that makes sense. Oh yeah, there are also these refill packs around the map. I think there's one in every point, making the I can't remember what it's called, but the ammunition special order, it makes it a little bit redundant at times, but you know, it's still useful. Now my personal favorite loadout for this is my suppressed M13 here with Ghost on, and I feel like that does lend itself towards my playstyle and what it already was, and it just strengthens that even more because nobody can see where I am. Nobody knows where I am, really, unless they hear me. That's literally the only way people can find me. And that lends itself very much to a rush in, get a few kills, get back out sort of playstyle, which is what I do like and what I usually play like in standard modes. Now, obviously, there will be some downsides to this mode. One being the absolute amount of campers that just sit at the side of the map with a sniper rifle and do that because that's their idea of fun. So, yeah, best to say, if you are going to be rushing around like I am, keep inside. Try and not journey outside, and if you do, you've got super sprint just to get across. See, there's a door there and there's a door there, just super sprint across, you'll be completely fine most of the time. Now obviously with the amount of people, you've basically got to expect everyone to be anywhere at any time. So I literally just spawned in, there's a guy behind me. Can't do much about that, not really, because of how many players there are. They can't exactly keep spawns that well. And also it only disables you from spawning at a place if the place is being captured or one of your squad mates is in combat, which I feel is a bit strange. So you can just spawn at a place that is about to be captured and get completely destroyed because the game thinks it's not being captured. Say one rule of thumb for this game mode is always expect a guy behind you just killed. So if you just killed a guy, always expect one more. And I feel like that does help you a lot, and even in standard Call of Duty game modes, keep that in mind because it is a very good rule for Call of Duty. Always expect someone behind that guy you just killed. Honestly, I didn't do bad at that game. 18 and 13, and as you can see, you literally have to scroll through the scoreboard here. The guy at the top, 5 KD, 64 kills. Yikes. I'm going to try out a loud loadout for this game. See how it goes. My ping is currently at 700, basically. But, you know... Alright, so I'm spawning on this side for the first time as well, so, be fun. Spawning alpha side instead of echo side, so I think the start of the match at least is going to play a bit differently. Also want to give props to Infinity Ward for the amount of optimization. Like literally, I've currently got VSync on, so it's stuck at 60, but I have not seen it drop under 60, and most of the time it goes up to 61, which is I think the maximum it allows when your FPS is higher than 60, and it's crazy how this is staying at 60 when I remember playing Battlefield 1 like this and it was down at 40 at max settings, which is what it's running at. It's running at max settings, and I am very impressed with the fact, and I know that, you know, I'm running a 1070 with the top 7th gen i5 and 16 gigs of RAM, but I was expecting it to not be this optimized, like, honestly. I've got to say the easiest way to get kills is to hold an angle and just watch, like, the middle of the map. But it's a pretty boring way to play for myself personally. Obviously, if you like it, go ahead and do that. You know, I can't stop you unless I kill you. So, it is the easiest way to get kills. And probably the safest way completely is to go up there on that massive ridge and just snipe people. That would be the most optimal way for kills and stuff. Because the only way people can kill you then is if they either come up to you or they get a massive tank and shoot the hell out of you. Or a helicopter. I haven't actually got in a helicopter yet in this game mode, so I would like to do that. You also want to treat this game mode like domination with extra points, because that's what it really is. And you always want to leave at least 1 point to the enemy, so you have at least 1 point where you know they're going to be spawning and all around. Because if you capture all of them, they can just spawn anywhere, and I've seen it happen in game, and it's, yeah, they just come from everywhere, and you're like, uh-oh, there's a guy behind me, now he's to my left. Oh, no, there's one to my right. Is that an enemy? That is an enemy. Well, I also feel like the stun grenade should definitely be nerfed on a PC. Literally, when I get stunned, like, usually it'll take me, one flick can do like that. You know, that's one full flick, but when I'm stunned, one full flick will do like that. And I think that definitely needs to be toned down a lot and brought back a bit more. So, you know, because you just have no chance when you're stunned. Like, it is literally a press Q to win. You know, if it hits somebody, you can peek, they will not kill you unless they're aimed exactly at that angle. They won't kill you. It's just not a thing that can happen. I think another thing that should be nerfed is whenever you destroy like ammunition boxes or claymores, the range on those explosions is massive, and I think that needs to be toned down to like if you're right on top of them. Because if you're right on top of them at that point, you would have already triggered them. So it's kind of like, yeah. But yeah, I highly advise you check this game mode out at least. Because you never know, you could love it. And I think the aim of this game mode was to pull in those Battlefield players, because as far as I've heard from Battlefield fans for the past few years, they've done the same thing, but it's not been that that enjoyable. I don't really play Battlefield, so I couldn't tell you, but that's what I've heard from a few Battlefield fans, that it is a bit iffy. So I think this game mode is perfect in terms of them getting more players, and this whole game is perfect for them getting more players. I've seen so many people that have criticized Call of Duty before just playing this like a load, and it is crazy to see because it's got that base feeling of Call of Duty for the fans that have always been there, but it's also got that new feeling of tactfulness, and you have to take your time in some situations. Yeah, I highly recommend you check this game mode out, and the game in general. Just check it out. It's an open beta, free on every single platform. It's like a 40 gig download, which for some might be big, but for most it's not. So yeah, you've still got a couple days to play it as this video goes out. The hit detection and ping and stuff like that, I think needs to be improved a little bit. It's a bit sometimes I will just behind a solid brick wall and I will just die because the guy apparently had the angle on me, but on my end there was no way he could have got me. So yeah, there was it. There was the ground war mode in the Modern Warfare beta, and I've got to say, really fun, really enjoyable. Even if you don't do well, it is still that feeling of rushing into a building with 10 guys in one clump, just bash through that door, destroying everyone in sight, and it's awesome. It is awesome. And yeah, the vehicles I don't think are as a major factor as people might thought they were going to be. I think the vehicles are mainly for picking up the stragglers that are running through into another building or around the edge of the map, or taking out score streaks and stuff. The helicopter, I'm not too sure. I don't think I've ever been killed by that helicopter. But yeah. So yeah. If you guys did like the video, please leave a like down below and leave a comment as well. Whatever, you know. Also subscribe if you want more, and if you really did like the video and this channel and want to see more, first thing, hit the notification bell. You'll get notified as soon as my videos go live, hopefully, if YouTube works. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. My name's Cal. See you next one. Bye bye.